Naval Nation quick tips, naval formations. Now, recently, some of you guys have commented about wanting naval formations breakdown. And I think the best way I can say this is the most important unit that's going to be within your naval formation is where you put those buoys. Now, there's two spots that I've seen from countless of other players where they place these buoys, and I will have to say there's arguments for both sides of the boat. But let's start with the first one, putting the buoys in the front row. Now, most of the time people put the buoys in the front row because they do have partial blocking. That obviously helps blocking your ships. Obviously, you're gonna be placing a buoy and then probably an R1 right behind it, or a mammoth if you were a genius to get that. And basically having your first front row only be buoys. It makes sense. I'm not gonna hate it. I've done it before I knew the second thing I'm going to be talking about. But I have noticed one thing personally for myself when coming into the second formation that I have. Instead of putting the buoys in the front, you're actually gonna be putting the buoys in the back. Now, putting the buoys in the back, personally for me, at least, I've seen any encounter only attack the back the most out of anywhere else on the board. It's at least helped me countless of times from either losing a R1 or losing a buoy, and I'd much rather lose a buoy instead. But at the end of the day, the entire, thought of why we put buoys in the front or back is solely because it just adds another unit on the field for the enemies to attack. That's not your ships.